Okay guys, solving problems with two variables. This has to do exactly with what we've been doing with systems. We're going to look at these word problems and we need to write two equations. Okay? And Reed, this is for you because I know you're not here, so you're going to be watching this over the weekend. Alright? Alright. Guys, when I look at these problems, I want to think in terms of the number of items and the value of the items. For instance, if I said I had 5 dimes, the number of those items are 5. I have 5 of them, 5 dimes. If I'm thinking about the value, well, that's 5 times 10, 50 cents. Right? So it's two different ways of thinking about it. So I'm going to write equations that deal with the number of the items and the value of the items. Okay, so let's look at this first one. This first one says, John had 15 coins, all dimes and quarters. Okay, so that means that dimes, the number of dimes, plus the number of quarters is equal to 15. That's the equation that deals with the number of the items. The next thing says it's worth $2.55. Now we're talking about the volume. So here, let me move this over just a bit. Can you write an equation for me that deals with the value of these coins? Joe?
10D.
10D, because each dime is worth 10 cents.
Yes. Plus 25Q.
Plus 25Q.
Equals $2.55.
Now here's the key. Do you see, guys, I didn't put 0.10? Right? I'm talking in terms of cents.
Yes.
So it's going to have to be 255 cents. You got to make sure that you don't include that decimal point, because we're talking about cents now. If we're talking about dollars, that's fine, but that means I need to put a decimal point in front of those two, right? Because those aren't dollars. They're parts of dollars. So we're just going to work in cents. That just makes it easier. Okay, so it's 255 cents. Now let me ask you this. Looking at these two equations, we're going to put them both in function form. Which one should I get by itself, D or Q? Joe?
Q.
Oh, I had called on Joe twice. All right, we're going to get Q by itself. So I'm going to subtract D from both sides, and I get Q is equal to negative D. Smart board people, you've got to get that fixed. Negative D plus 15. All right, that's one equation. The other one, I need to get Q by itself, so I'm going to subtract 10D from both sides, and I'm going to get 25Q is equal to negative 10D plus 255. Okay. Then I'm going to divide everything by 25. Okay. And I like to reduce these things, so I'm going to get Q is equal to, what is that, negative 2/5 when I reduce it by 5? D? Plus,
10.2.
is it 10.2?
Yeah.
Is that what it is at a decimal?
Yeah.
I mean, we can use a decimal if we want.
10 and a fifth.
10 and a fifth? I don't like 10 and a fifth as much. That'd be 51 fifths. Because that mixed number, I'm going to have to change it to work with it. You want to use 10.2? Let's use 10.2. See what happens. All right? So that means that I've got negative D plus 15 is equal to negative 2/5 D plus 10.2. Anybody have an idea what I should do first here? Ben?
Solve. So add D.
Okay. I can add D. You guys want to keep that fraction?
No.
You want to get rid of that fraction? Okay. Then that means let's multiply this side by 5, and let's multiply this side by 5. So I'm going to get negative 5D plus 75 is equal to negative 2D, because the 5's cancel, plus, what is that, 51? That's 51, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to add 5D to both sides, add 5D. I'm going to get 75 is equal to 3D plus 51. Then I'm going to subtract 51 from both sides. Oh, no, not divide, Mr. C. Get it together, old man.
24.
Minus 51. Is it 24?
Yeah.
24 is equal to 3D. Well, then let's divide by 3. And D equals 8. So I've got 8 dimes. I've got 8 dimes. To find out how many nickels, I plug it back in.
Which one?
I mean quarters, I'm sorry. Quarters equals negative 8 plus 15. Quarters equals 7. Good job, guys. Next example.